What's up, everyone? It's your girl Jay, and today we're doing a realistic rehab recovery story. My sim Victoria is a bipolar alkie who has been forced to go to rehab, and we are going to follow her on her journey through recovery and getting clean in this beautiful Sulani recovery house. This miniseries does cover mature themes and content, so just a disclaimer for that. We'll be using mods such as the mental illness mod, base mental to give different addictions, therapy and family therapy mods, and other mods sprinkled in between. Any mods or information you may need will be linked in a post in the description box. So if that sounds good to you, feel free to show some love downstairs by liking the video for me and comment down below anything you want for your chance to be featured in our gang shout out. Also subscribe if you already haven't to become part of the gang because we have a lot of fun on this channel if you can't already tell. So let's get into this realistic recovery story.
Fuck a day job, I'ma do what I want. I'm so fly, who the fuck is Don Juan? All on ice cause my shit's too hot. Taking some shrooms and the whole night off. Gone too far, now I think I'm lost. Where the world ends and my conscious lost.
So it is about to be 5 o'clock in the morning at the Pathways Recovery Center. If you haven't already, check out the introductory video to gain more insight about Pathways and Victoria's intake and enrollment here. Although I did make a few changes from that video, which you'll see in the Let's Play. Our focus is going to be on our main character, Victoria, a bipolar alcoholic who struggles with the most basic responsibilities of being an adult and mother. So now she's being forced to go to rehab by her son and her boyfriend if she wants to continue having their support in life, basically. So after almost 40 years of living, Victoria has decided to put her pride to the side, admit that she could use a little work, and go to rehab. And when we're not playing her, we're going to be playing the program coordinator at Pathways, and we'll be helping Sims throughout their recovery journey. A typical day here at Pathways starts at 7 in the morning. That's when breakfast is served and everyone's alarms are set to go off. So everyone's up at 7. Our program coordinator, however, her alarm's set to go off at 6, I believe. So we'll start the day off with her getting breakfast started and giving Victoria her treatment plan. She had an evaluation done on her by Jaden, so that way they can form an individualized recovery treatment plan for Victoria to follow while she's here to help her get clean and get her life back on track. We'll start the day off by waking up Jaden. Let's press play. Oh, looks like this patient can't sleep. I don't know what to call them, patients, clients. So you see it's 5 o'clock. Her alarm will go off at 6 and the patient alarms go off at 7. So we're gonna try to have breakfast served by 7 o'clock every single day. I have meal times actually written down. It's 7 for breakfast, 12 p.m. is lunch, and 5 p.m. is dinner. At this recovery center, I have a bunch of different types of Sims, and they all have their own vices and personalities, so I can't wait to introduce them to y'all. So for our addictions, they're actually coming from base mental. There's a lot of different addictions. I'll show you guys, but let me see. Cheats, addiction cheats, and these are all the addictions. Addy, alcohol, crystal, bud, white girl, codeine, Molly, nicotine, and Xans. I'm gonna try my best to use like code words, you know, so YouTube doesn't flag the fuck out of this video. So those are what everything is gonna go by. But yeah, so there's a bunch of different addictions. Roids isn't one of them. I'm just saying that because it's part of his backstory, okay? FO is our sim up. Yes, she's up. You see the alarm clock went off and she is up. She herself is super hungry, but her needs are pretty full. This is one of the changes that I made. I made the bathroom smaller and gave her a room here because I realized she had nowhere to go, really. So this is like an RA room or something. I added this closet, some hampers. I just put a few details around the house, basically. Oh, and I added this sauna room here. It's only right. They got to sweat out the drugs. All right, let's get Jaden dressed and downstairs to serve breakfast for everyone. This is our little buffet table. The eating area is outdoors, so it sucks for everybody that it's raining. But at Pathways, they like to encourage people to get out of the house. So there's not a lot of space even in this place. I did give an extensive tour in the introduction, but I will just go over the layout again for everybody quickly. The entrance is through here, and there is a sub-level that's a little Zen garden for meditation. We have a lounge area with some craft baskets, a pretty cool pool. Over here is a bathroom, laundry area, and a sauna. Out here we have some lounging, some chess, and a shower, an outdoor shower. And then upstairs, one staircase leads to the room situation, and the other staircase leads to Jaden's office here, and a group meeting area back here so they can sit around and have group meetings. Isn't that so cute? And we're having one this morning, so don't you worry. Pathways runs off of a very strict schedule. I wouldn't say strict, but everything is basically timed out. And I have this schedule written here because I made the schedule. So the Pathways day starts at 7. Everybody has to be up at 7. They can choose to eat or not, but breakfast is served at 7. Then at 9 a.m., there'll be some type of session, whether it be a group session, a private therapy session, a family therapy session, some sort of session. At noon, they'll break for lunch. Then at 2 p.m., it's going to be a toss-up between more sessions, more therapy, group, something like that, or a class. I have a few different ideas for classes in my head, so it'll be either or. Then at 5 p.m., dinner is served, and at 6 p.m., there'll be some type of group activity. So either directly after dinner or like during dinner. If anyone chooses to participate, they'll do some type of activity. We have a bunch of stuff to do randomly thrown around the lot, so I just want them to be able to participate in some type of activity together. It doesn't have to necessarily be like a mandated group thing, but it's like, okay, tonight we're gonna play horseshoes. If anybody wants to come play horseshoes, we'll be doing that after dinner, something like that. Then at 10 p.m. is lights out. So I have a mod, a bedtime mod. And remember, this mod and any other mod that I mentioned will be linked in a post in the description box. So yeah, at 10 o'clock, I'll click this bedtime thing and I'll send everybody to bed. But I don't want to be like a Nazi and control everything everybody does. The only person I really care about controlling is Victoria. So that means the Sims might get a little crazy and do some crazy shit. And I won't say that I'm not going to contribute to that in some way. Y'all know I like a little spice in my game. I like wild stuff. So best believe there's going to be some stuff go down. I already know it. But the main goal, the most important goal of all is to get Victoria clean. She, literally, look at her. She stinks. No, seriously, we have to get her clean and through the basemental rehab sessions, hopefully by the end of the week. So she came on Sunday, and that was her intake day. So she's going to stay till at least next Sunday. So that'll be a whole week here. We might even stay Sunday night and stay till Monday, but yeah. So we have 1 week to clean up Victoria's act. However, using the basemental mod, we're going to still send her to the rehab sessions. So technically, I think those are 24 hours, and you need to do 3 of them. So that's why I want to also play with the counselor Jaden. So I want to kind of flip the coin, and instead of playing with an alcoholic, unstable person, play with a social worker who helps people get their lives together. So I hope that introduction wasn't too long, because there's like a whole video better explaining it. Again, watch that first video if you already haven't, but this is going to be the first actual gameplay of the series. So let's have Jaden serve an assortment. She is right on time too to serve breakfast. Good job, girl. You're so responsible. Victoria can never. Oh no, I lied. This buffet table is glitched. She can't serve a spread, so we're gonna have to find a different buffet table. This one's way better anyways. That rustic one was the first one that I found. Wow, I praised her for being right on time a little too early. Okay, good. There we go. But too bad we can't choose like breakfast. Oh, look, everybody's up right at 7 o'clock. Victoria needs a shower. Even Keira thinks so. This is Keira Monet, a wild child from my basemental Let's Play. She's actually here with Victoria also, and they happen to be roomies. Look at how beautiful Victoria is. She may be a hot mess, but she's just such a pretty sim. I love her. Keira Monet, this freaking wild bitch. And Keira's just like, yo, bitch, I got something. You do lines? Yes, this bitch is at rehab with blow. And she's about to do a line to start her morning off at rehab. I don't know how she snuck it in, but she's doing it. Look, it's in the dresser. She's like, yeah, let's go. Let's recover. And Victoria left. She don't want nothing to do with that. She is like, give me my food. I'm hungry. No, Victoria, why are you just walking around stinky like that? That is not okay, to be honest. You better come. Oh, someone's already in the shower. I guess sit over here and eat. Oh, she chose ceviche again. Yes, girl. Good choice. Jaden needs to come up here and write up Victoria's plan, because I feel like we should have it by now and it's not written. So Jaden, come sit your ass down at this computer and write Victoria's treatment plan. I didn't actually think of this before. I was just gonna make her pretend to write something on the computer, but wouldn't that be so crazy if she wrote an actual like book and we called it Victoria's treatment plan and we gave it to Victoria? Okay, yeah, let's call it a biography. That's funny. Okay, let's have Victoria get in the shower. And somebody please do some freaking laundry around here. I think we'll have Danny do it. I want to make him like OCD. Can we? All right. Let's see. Let's use the mental illness mod really quick to give some of these people mental illnesses. Welcome to my world. I already gave them addictions and everybody has like a backstory, but I didn't give anybody else an illness. Mental health cheats. Add chronic disorder. Let's see. Dependent personality, bipolar, anxiety, ADD, borderline personality, clinical depression, schizo, OCD. Perfect. Let's give Danny obsessive compulsive disorder. So that way he's going to be the one that's always cleaning. We'll add them in group therapy because it's about to be group therapy anyway. So, okay, here we go. She's writing that book now. Victoria's treatment plan. This is an individualized treatment plan for Victoria James and her journey through recovery. Through recovery or to recovery? I don't know. That's good. Let's sign it by Pathways. Okay. There you go. Perfect. All right, Victoria's showering. Where is her ceviche? She didn't even eat it? What's wrong with you, girl? So she's gonna be hungry as hell in group. Let's go over to our groups. And our Pathway support group is about to meet. And I also added some activities. I made the group in the intro video, but I didn't add any activities, I realized. So the activities are meditation, yoga, working out, swimming, and painting. So those are the 5 main activities that they could do whenever they want. So let's start the group gathering now. And then I'll have Jaden click on this chair and put sit together. So we'll have a group session and introduce everybody. I want to put them all in everyday clothes though, because I don't know why Knox loves to run around in his underwear. I could already see that. He's a nudist for sure. Everybody's starting to shuffle in. Let's see if they'll actually sit. I haven't tried it. Yay, they're sitting. I'm so happy. Cool. No, Jaden, you better sit the back down, girl. You playing with me. So now that they're all in here, I'm locking the door. F that. Lock door for everybody. We're having group therapy, bitch. Okay, I'm gonna have to turn autonomy off for this. It's a lot harder than I thought. I have to remember to turn it back on afterwards, though. Okay, boom, there we go. We got them all sitting. Yes, that's like an accomplishment all in its own. I gotta take a freaking screenshot of this. No one will ever believe me. I'm crying. This is hilarious. I think I want to kind of take the details off, right? I should. Headline effects off. Ooh. So, yo, I cannot believe this is happening. This is so cool. I'm sorry. I love this right now. Okay, let's go around the room. Nah, seriously though. Okay, I'm gonna attempt to do a circle with my hotkeys. Ready? Welcome to Pathways Recovery Support Group. That was way too fast. I'm dizzy now. Okay. Welcome to Pathways Recovery Support Group, everyone. This is your host, Jaden D'Angelo. Jaden is a social worker who fell into the role of program coordinator here at Pathways. She is a good sim who is talented at many, many things, and her purpose in life is to share those talents to help others. So she's here to guide everyone on their recovery journey. She's not a therapist, however, so we will be using mods to do actual therapy. But for this group session, I wanted to go around and introduce you guys to the Sims and everybody who is living in this recovery house with Victoria. They're very, very different personalities, so I kind of wanted to just go around and share with you all of their stories. So just like in the movies, let's see who would like to share first. Let's see if anybody says anything or does anything special. Oh, look. Those little happy things coming off of her. Let's make her share first. This is Keira Monet. This is the definition of wild. She likes to do crazy hood rat basically. She likes to be up in the club. She likes to mess around with whoever. And she lives a very wild lifestyle and gets what she wants with her body and her looks. And I would say is like boy crazy and irresponsible. And yeah, she's a bunch of stuff. Kiara's a mess, all right? There's a reason why she's here, but it's not by her own choice. Kiara's actually here because she is court ordered to be here. You see, Keira has a young daughter. In our Base Mental High series, she was 16 and pregnant, and she is at risk of losing everything, even though she's not really a great mom in the first place. But yeah, so Keira fucked up. She did something. She doesn't want to say exactly what she did to get her here, but she did something, and it's either rehab or jail, pretty much. So she chose rehab, and here we are. And we already know Keira is still doing secret bumps here and there, so she's not really here to change. She's here because the court made her be here. Her traits are clubber, romantic, and non-committal, and her drugs of choice are pretty much everything you could think of. We have crystal, we have white girl, she's a pill heavyweight and an alcohol heavyweight. She's a heavyweight in like everything. But yeah, she's a super party girl and pretty much she'll do anything you give her. If it's free, it's for me. That's Kiara's motto. Let's see who wants to speak next. Victoria. Look at her raising her hand. Oh my gosh, Victoria, you need to brush your teeth, bro. Ugh, gross. I don't want you to share like that. But I guess we'll share with Victoria looking wild. You know what? It's, I guess, an accurate depiction. Victoria's our main character. She is the mother of our Base Mental High Let's Play. She is a bipolar alcoholic and she lives off of government assistance. Or lived, actually. She's here because her assistance got cut off and she won't receive help from her boyfriend or her son unless she comes and cleans herself up because she's pretty much been a deadbeat her whole life. She really does love her son though, so that's why she's here, because she wants to prove it to the only person who really matters that she is a good person and that she does truly love him. Her actions over the past 18 years have proven otherwise though, because her and Cam have lived in poverty. If you watch my series, it literally starts out with him in dirty clothes with holes all over it because Victoria would rather buy booze than clothes for her kid. So that's why she's here. If she doesn't get her act cleaned up, then she'll be kicked out. We'll see who else wants to share. And next we'll do Amelia actually, because I wanted to give her a mental illness too. So this is Amelia Brooks for like the first time without makeup on that I've seen her. She is a B-list celebrity coming all the way from Brook Heights to get treatment because she really had to be low-key about this. She's sort of famous and she doesn't want anyone to know that she's at rehab. So hopefully there's no paparazzi snapping pictures or anything like that. Amelia has succumbed to the pressures of fame and has acquired an eating disorder, which we're giving her with the mental illness mod. And she has also become addicted to pills and White Girl, because White Girl keeps you going. It allows her to work long hours as a social media influencer and an actress, and it lets her work days on end. So she is a user of those two things. So she likes to pop some pills so she can keep going, and sniff a little too, so that way she could just work and work and work and make money and climb her way to the top of the social ladder. But it's ended her up here today at Pathways Rehab Center. So obviously her methods could use a little tweaking. They're not working. She just wants to be famous and skinny pretty much. So let's exit out and right click her and go to mental health, add chronic disorder, and give her an eating disorder. There we go. Okay. Next, we'll do Knox. I'll give him a disorder right away before I introduce his character, and you decide who he's gonna pan out to be once you see what I give him. Add chronic disorder, narcissistic disorder. So Knox is a gambling addict piece of shit. He lies, he cheats, he steals, he will do and say anything to get his way and get the advantage. You could even say he's a con man, and he should not be trusted under no means necessary. His drug of choice is crystal, because through his dark life in the gambling scene, he's stumbled through different things and ended up at rock bottom pretty much using crystal. So he owes a lot of people, and he is pretty much hiding at rehab at this point. He needed to come somewhere secluded where people can't find him, and he's hoping to wait it out a little bit and relocate after this. So hopefully rehab is his saving grace. He doesn't really care about getting sober. It's more of a safe haven than vacation, I should say. But Knox needs to lay low, and this is the perfect place to do it. Next, we have Miss Clark Brigham, I believe. I'm not sure how to pronounce her last name. Clark here is a self-proclaimed party girl. She's been sent here by her parents because they're extremely worried about her. All this bitch does is eat Molly like candy and go to raves. She doesn't work. She doesn't have ambitions. She doesn't do anything but sleep, rave, and get high. And her parents aren't cool with that. They're worried that she's throwing her life away. And they basically offered her a free vacation to an island and caught her up in a rehab. So she's super pissed that she has to be here, but she is going to make the most of it because Clark is the party, okay? So she's just gonna try to have a good time here. Now we'll move over to the guys. I kind of introduced him already. This is Dean Patterson. He is addicted to roids. He is an ex-athlete who was booted because he was using steroids. I switched up his addictions to pills mostly. Oh, and I think White Girl. He's like a speedy person, you know? And then this last sim here is Danny. Danny is a young kid who just got tripped up and fell down the wrong path pretty much. He was always into getting high. It started with weed, and then he had a minor injury where they just gave him painkillers when he was just a young boy at the hospital, and after that it was just a wrap. He started stealing pills out of his grandma's cabinet and money out of her purse, and eventually, before you know it, he's spiraling into addiction, and he's super ashamed and really wants to change. And you know what's crazy is that out of everybody here, Danny is probably the only one who genuinely wants to change, because he knows that deep down inside he's a really good person, but his addiction has made him do some really ugly things, and he wants to be better to his family and to himself, and he wants to overcome this so that way he could just live a normal life free of guilt and shame, you know? So Danny is genuinely a good person underneath the addiction. And I think that's everybody, right? All right, so that's the crew. That's the group. And now let's see if we can actually make them talk. I just didn't want to depend on trying to make them actually talk because I feel like that would have taken freaking forever. It's a miracle they're all still sitting together. We'll have Jaden ask questions to everyone to get them talking. Why'd they have to stand up? You see, this is why. Oh no, she's like, oh, put yourself in my shoes for a second. This is an exercise they're doing. Right. Not everybody speaks the same language, so it's funny because some of the interactions aren't available if you guys can't understand each other. So there's a lot of different languages about to be spoken in this room right now. All right, we're trying to get the conversation going and get people talking. Yeah, it doesn't work that great. But this is not the mod. This is just me, like messing around. I'm actually going to end the video here though and save all of the actual gameplay for the next part of the Recovery Story LP. I know a lot of you are probably done with my storytelling and just anxious to see how this all plays out, and I am too, believe me. I did not expect this series to be broken up into so many parts this early in the game. To be honest, I wanted it to be a very short, sweet, to the point. I was thinking 6 episodes max, but I have so much footage that I have no choice but to break it up into smaller videos for you guys. So that way I can be intentional about how I tell the story and about what message each episode is bringing to you. So the first part was her intervention, the second part was her intake, and this part was more so about getting to know the other patients in the facility and how things work here at Pathways. So in the next part, we'll finally jump into some gameplay for you guys. I hope you're enjoying this series so far. If you are, feel free to show some love downstairs by liking, commenting, and subscribing to become part of the gang, because we have a lot of fun on this channel, if you can't already tell. All right, y'all, that's going to be it for me today. Peace and love.
Fuck a day job, I'ma do what I want. I'm so fly, who the fuck is don't want? All on ice, cause my shit's